Welcome to the Political Ferret Show. New content will be uploaded every Wednesday and Sunday. This video was financed by my Patreons. Thank you for making the change possible. It was New Year's Eve 2015 and a lot of lessons had to be learned, but back then I sat together with some friends of mine. I would say they were on the somewhere in between socialists and communists, but moderate and nice people. And we talked about, of course, about the refugee crisis, which was not so much a crisis, but a situation back then. And I said, I feel we will get some problems out of that. But my friend made one compelling argument, and this argument was quite interesting, and said most of them are farmers, and this can help us massively. To understand that, in Germany about 1.5% work on farms. In Syria it's 14%, in Iraq it's 23%. So we're talking about at least a factor of 10. So the idea was that a lot of these refugees come over to Germany and can work in the farming sector, because you have a lot of people who are already trained to work in this sector, at least on paper, and we come to that a little bit later. So the idea was that especially in Eastern Germany, a lot of farms stand vacant. Nobody cares for the farms because the younger people go over in the west because the jobs are there. And working a farm in the east of Germany, where the infrastructure is bad, mostly if you want to the tractor you inherit from your East German grandfather is not as good as the West German tractor. So to stay competitive, you need to have way more loans than the people in the West, and so on and so on. So it's a bad position for the East German farmer. So a lot of people say, what the hell, why should I do that? I mean, I can go over to the West and work somewhere, I don't know, in a bar, whatever. It all brings better money for lesser work and less risk and so on. So nobody takes over these farms, so these farms stand vacant, and this is quite a problem. There are farmers that are already there, becoming older and older. This is the nature of the human race, we can become older, and nobody takes that over. So the people over there think about how to get people to work on the farms, not just work on the farms, but to take it over at some point. So the first idea was to go to Eastern Europe and say, hey, we have great jobs and great opportunities, come over to Germany, especially East Germany, we have great jobs. But they never came. So they said, okay, we have to get them somewhere else. And, say, and look to the figures. 14% in Syria, Iraq 23%. So 1 in 4 refugees will be a farmer. So we can take them over, and then we take the 20% farmers out there and send them to East Germany, and then they can work on the farms. The problem is, working on the farm in Syria and Iraq is something else than working on Germany. There is a study right now around that said, yeah, there is a little lack of knowledge there how to work big machines, because they don't work big machines over there and they work with different materials. So it won't work. It did absolutely not work. And again, this was in the beginning a compelling argument. And my friend is not stupid, and he is connected quite up in the politics. So one idea is that the whole migrant crisis in Germany is de facto an agraric crisis. So Germany, the German government said, we have to import farmers for whatever it costs. We have to get some farmers in. So they crunched the numbers and said, Syria and Iraq, they have a lot of farmers, and if we take these refugees in, a lot of them are farmers, then we can solve the problem. And it did not work. It did not work. I repeat that, it did not work. But I have a solution for you. And this solution is called South Africa. South Africa is on the brink of a civil war, and all the people who want to flee the country right now are farmers. They fight for farmland. What about you go to South Africa and say, hey guys, we have farms. You can leave your farms there. You can have the farm over there. We'll give you some machines because this is way cheaper than educating people on the machines. We just give you the machines and you already know how to work the machines. Or perhaps we can take some of the machines out of South Africa and bring them to Germany. This would also raise the infrastructure value in Germany. What a great deal! Just go to South Africa, go to the South African farmers and say, come over, work our farms, live here as a farmer. You can do exactly what you do in South Africa over here. The cool thing is they already speak a language that is so close to German that they will learn that in half a year. So if we want to solve the problem with the farmers in Eastern Germany, South Africa is the place to go. It is not Syria, it is not Iraq, it is not one of the other nations that are around there, because they are not highly industrialized. You need farmers who are keen and understand high-tech agraric culture, and these people know that. So, Germany, if you want to solve this problem, and if the whole migrant crisis is in the end constructed around this idea that you can get some people to work the farms, it had not worked with Iraq and Syria, but it will work with the people in South Africa. So perhaps this is a viable solution. Some people will call you racist, but who fucking cares? You care about tax money, isn't it? You care about that these farms bring money and food. So do your goddamn job, German government.